my drives, I ran out of room on my drives when I was recording. So I'm gonna have to splice some videos together later. It's fine. Back to it. Sorry for the interruption. We're back though. Could've used that to take a break though, but I was moving a bunch of stuff around. Because like an idiot, I did not check. Something you never check though, is it? Let's see here. I love how there's always like a back way to get onto like these buildings on the second floors. Well. When you're dazed and confused, I think your carrying capacity goes down, I believe. Which sucks. I'll need another one of those. Ah. God, my shoulder really hurts. Oops. I don't know what to do. What's the comparison like? Yeah, it's pretty dire. That's 12. This one's what? 7? Yep. Right. More mines around here. Shiny servo. I don't need another one of those. Although I could. Ah, you can break it down here. Energy canister. Nice. Toit. Man, I can't wait till another Brooklyn Nine-Nine comes out. It's gonna be sick. Hey, hey, hey. Be in here. Pick up Spacer's Corona. Don't know what that is, but I shall take it. Bypass shunt. Got all this. back to talk to Grace. Tell her all the marauders over here are effed up. Killed them all. This road's seen better days. I've seen better days. Thank you for all for who's chilling in the chat and watch me play. Helps me out a lot. Wish I had more, but hey ho.
What is it?
Hey, don't get snippy.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway? You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble. Let me know if I can do something for you.
Aw, yeah. Ooh, companion parts. Your companion has leveled up. I should do that. Sorry about that. What should we choose here? Put a couple of those. Get those into the 20s, that way I unlock that. Unlock the second drug mixing slot for inhalers. Ooh. Field repair. Repair weapons and armor in the inventory. Nice. Yep. That looks all good. Right, I get them on 6, which means they must get them on every other level. Engineering, plus 10 to engineering. Sneaky. Increase the amount. Yep, no. Just put it on that. I like that. Apply. I don't know why. For some reason, the viewers in my I don't know if people are just in the chat or if they're actually watching or not. I'm pretty sure if you lower the volume all the way down on them, it doesn't count them as you watching them or something. Because I only have one viewer in my my scope, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Deserter's reputation increased. Yeah, well, it's gonna go down pretty low when I when I cut their power. The frightened engineer. Right, there's volume 1, volume 2, and then the third volume is somewhere else. So let's go get that volume. Let me just type in chat. For some reason, my chat thing keeps on refreshing, keeps on connecting and then disconnecting. I don't know if that might be why or what, but something screwy is going on. Mako, are you in here? Oh, okay, now I can see it. I still can't see everybody, because I know Muffins is in here. But she's not showing up on the actual viewer. It's a bit strange. Finally made it in, huh, Mako? What we got down here? Primal nest. Ooh. Let's do some combat. Got him. You found a flaw. During your adventures. Fashionably late. You call an hour fashionably late. Fair enough. People got lives, it's cool. During your adventures, things may happen to your character that could trigger a flaw offer. Taking the flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. Choice is yours. So what it be? After repeatedly getting beat up by primals, you no longer function well when they attack you or your companions. Effects. Phobic, dexterity -1, perception -1, temperament -1, reward perk point. Heck no. I don't want that. That's a dumb flaw. Ooh, tactical shotgun. Yes, please. Lucky I'm not on island time, or you could add another few hours. What do you mean island time? You mean like GMT? Because isn't Wales still on GMT time? Is it? I think it is. I'm not sure I get that reference. Ooh, bolter pistol. Is that? No, that's still more powerful. Tactical shotgun. Now let's put that sucker on there. Oh no, I want to try this out. Dang it. Sick nasty, bro. This was not a good place for you to camp, dude. Like, at all. Is there like a cave? Am I missing something here? These rock formations are so weird looking. Pick up old reliable. Huh. It's like a special weapon. Ooh. Special effects dagger. It may be a little slow, but it will last forever. Give that to Parvati. And then we can break that one down. Yeah. Repair on site. Hold all. Yeah. Let's do that. Get rid of this one as well. What else can we get rid of? Mako, did you, anything happen with that job? actually gonna go to my video producer, because this actually might give me a more up-to-date. Leave it on that so I can monitor the chat that way as well. In fact, I might switch the screen. Yeah, to be like that. That way I can check you're right in front of me. Oh, hey Muffins. I didn't see that. I've been having like my Streamlabs is like the stream chat it hasn't been updating properly, or it's been disconnecting. So yeah, I've like changed it to where I got my stream manager up as well, just to make sure that it's actually going through. But yeah, it's going all right. Yeah. Arm's a little bit sore. Last weekend I went on a bike run with some people, and I had my first crash. I crashed my motorcycle, and it wasn't great. I had to order a new part for my bike, and yeah, it is annoying. It wasn't a bad crash. Like, I took a bend like too fast, and there was mud and stuff like on the turn. So yeah, like I went down. I rolled a couple of times, but like I only like I think like I have a bruise like on my lower calf, but it's not too bad. It's on its way out, so it's not. It wasn't a bad crash, all good things considered. You should get one. It's totally fun. Like, it's not nearly as bad as people think. Like, I crashed, but like there wasn't any cars around me. Like, it was my own fault. And if you take it slow and you know do what you're supposed to do, and not like try and like I was trying to keep up with the crew that I was with, because you know it was my first time out with people, so you know I was taking it a bit slower, but I was trying to catch up with them, and I just took the crash. I took the bend too quick. That's all that can be said, really. You know, it was my own fault. But yeah, I mean, it was scary. Like in that instance that it happened, it was scary. But like by the time I knew what was going on, it was done. Like I was on the floor. But yeah, it's and the other thing as well is that I was with I was following a group of like 8 people, and then there was like another like 8 people behind me that had left like slightly after we did, and they were already catching up with me, and by the time I went down, they saw me go down, and they all pulled over, and they all came over and grabbed me and was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And they were like, yeah, just check yourself, make sure you're okay and everything. They got my bike up, you know, they like sort of they didn't really repair the gear lever, because the gear lever when I went down on my left side, and the gear lever hit the ground first, and it skid, and it made it bend inward. And if we left it the way it was, I wouldn't have been able to like leave or whatever. But they helped me bend it back outward so I could actually use it, and it was usable. So it was the best possible scenario that could have happened in that situation, because I actually had people there to support me and help me and everything. So it was a really, even though it was a scary experience, they made it they made it an okay experience. If I'd have been there by myself, like, I'd been screwed. I love being on the back of a bike. Can't imagine riding one. It was a dream of mine, but I couldn't pass my driving lessons. You don't need a driver's license. All you need is a provisional to get a bike. You get a 125, and as long as you have your provisional and you keep it up to date, all you need to do is pass a CBT. That's it. I don't have my driver's license over here. I only have a state's license, and I have my provisional with a CBT certification. It's not even a test. They don't test you on anything. They tell you that you should read the, like, what is it called? Like the I can't remember what it's called now. It's like the highway patrol, like, manual thing. The highway code, something like that. But yeah, I got my new part. There's a couple of things that I need to still fix on it once I get my part in. So, like, I need to take the gear lever and the linkage off, replace it with the new part, which is okay because I've done that before. I've taken it apart before. And then once that's done, if I want to replace the panels on the left side where I went down, I could do, because if one of the panels is cracked, like, along, the actual, like, the panel goes, like, diagonal, and it's actually cracked, like, diagonally, so it doesn't look great. But yeah, like, definitely, like, look into it. Like, a lot of girls, there's quite a few girls that was out with us, and some other girls that I know that are in the biker Discord that I'm in. They ride what's called a Grom, and a Grom is basically just like a small 125. But I wanted to talk about being on the road first. I was too anxious in a car, so not sure if... You wanted a Ninja, wow. Ninja's a high-powered motorcycle. I mean, they look sexy as hell, for sure. But that's like a 600cc, I think. That's a whole lot of bike. Just gonna tell you that right now. I mean, I'm sure you could manage it if you were used to it and everything. But yeah, with your disability, like, your disability only, like, oh shit, fucking thing. But doesn't it only affect you, like, some days though? Like, you know when you wake up whether or not, like, it's, you're gonna be, like, being affected or whatever, though, right? Or am I getting that wrong? I don't want to assume that that's how it works. I thought that's how it works. Or does it just kind of hit you? Damn it.
Got it. Heads down.
It is a heavy bike. Like, just in general, it would be a heavy bike for sure.
There we go. Nice one.
That's why I suggested getting something smaller. Because 125s are going to be a lot lighter. Like I was saying, like the Honda Groms that they have, they're like super light bikes. But they're only 125s. And trust me, for one, you can't ride anything above a 125 unless you have a full bike license. Like you need a full like motorcycle license. And if you had sort of anxiety like about being in a car, like you need to start on something more manageable, especially if like of your because of your disability, if you have like that weakness to your arms and legs, and sometimes you can be in pain with it. Like you not only it's doable, I think still. Like I fully think that you should be able to still ride. Um, Probably not for long stints at a time, but you have to also remember that you got gear on, you got a helmet on, you know. Yeah, I mean, for sure, like other people make it like a lot more difficult because they think they own the road, right? But the good thing about being on a bike is that you're a lot more zippy on a bike than a car is. So you have a lot more torque and power and acceleration to like start off with. So even on my 125, if someone goes to like cut me off or something, I should be able to move or brake or speed up a lot quicker than they can react. Um, because your reactionary like timing is a lot quicker with a bike. That's what they actually teach you. You know, they they say that type of thing. Like I think someone said something like, what happens if someone goes to cut you off or something, and they're like, well, you can. The advantage of being on a bike is that you have the power to like speed up and get away from them, or brake really hard. Because like the brakes on bikes are like they're like super powerful actually. Like you can stop very quickly if you need to. As long as you're doing like both brakes at the same time. Never stop just on the front brake because you'll go flying over your handlebars. But as long as you're using the back and front brake at the same time, like it's no problem really. You also need to like whatever bike you actually want to buy, you need to go and like try it. Make sure that the clutch and the brake is like both handlebar levers are like good, because like someone that came out with us, she was on a KTM, um, which is a little bit bigger than a Grom, but less. It's smaller than my bike um, in terms of weight and like size, and her clutch was there's something wrong with her clutch because it was so hard to close the clutch on, like to close your hand on the clutch. And she was like, my arm was like hurting the entire time, and she came from like York. Like she rode like 5 hours, and I'm like, you rode 5 hours on this clutch? And she was like, yeah. And then we rode through London, and I was like, f that. Yeah, like um so you need to like make sure whatever you're gonna get, go and like go to a dealership and like try it out or whatever. Or if you're buying it secondhand from someone, go to the whoever's house that they're selling it or whatever and like try it out, make sure it's running okay, ask them for a test run if you can, like something like that, just so that one, you don't get screwed. You want to make sure that it's running okay. And two, that you're comfortable with the bike. And you said that people in your family like ride bikes as well, so I'm sure people know, but there's no reason why you can't ride. And I'm guessing since you know another person that we both know, and like you're her friend and everything, I'm guessing that you live kind of in the same area as I do. So the area where I'm around is not that bad, actually. Your granddad used to be a biker. Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. Is he still with you, your granddad? What? Watch this, watch this. Oh. Oh, he is. Oh, that's great. Well, then he could help you. He could definitely help you then. I'm sure he knows all about it. Oh, I missed. Exploded. Yeah, but he doesn't need to go out to like kind of teach you though. You know, like if anything, like what you could do is, I mean, you could. It would be kind of illegal, but if there's somewhere close to where you live that is like a parking lot or something, if you were to like buy the bike before you actually do your CBT or whatever, you could like get him to like help you like with like, you know, clutching and like changing gears and everything and like doing all of that stuff like sort of in the parking lot somewhere, you know. Like someone was telling me, they were like, if you having trouble with some maneuvers or whatever, like go to a parking lot somewhere and like do those maneuvers in a parking lot somewhere until you get better at doing it. So, you know, like he could help you as well. Like, you know, he sounds like a seasoned like biker, you know, someone who like really bikes a lot, or used to bike a lot at least. So yeah, I definitely. Well, I'm all for it. Like, I think there's too many guys on bikes and not enough girls on bikes. You know, like.
Here we go! Down they go! Don't mess with us!
Want to see some more chick bikers. And also, they have some awesome looking helmets and stuff. Like, you'd be able to like find so many cool stuff as well. And who knows, if you actually get there at some point, you know, we could ride together at some point, you know. And by the time, like, you know, I don't know how long, if this is a thing that you really want to do soon or at some point, like, you know, I'd be able to help you out as well, if you so wished. Right, what else should we break down? I don't need that, because I never use it. And I got too many assault rifles. And it's not nearly as like going into London can be dangerous. It's not, but it's not something that's like impossible to do. Like, people do it all the time. Yes, it can be dangerous if you're not aware of your surroundings. And making sure that you're aware of other people. It's called defensive driving. That's what it is in a car as well. But you just have to be more aware because you're on a bike and you're smaller, and people tend to not see you because you're smaller, or they do see you and they don't care. So you need to make sure that you assert your dominance on the road, you know, and you know, if you're there, you need to be there, you know. I think actually on the way back from, so we went to Box Hill, which is in Surrey, and then we came back and we went to Clapham Common to stop at a tea hut, and we were there for, you know, like an hour or so. And when I left, on the way back, I think I got a ticket. there's so many 20 zones, and I was just like trying to get home because I was just tired. I was starting to ache, um, and I wasn't going that fast. I was only going like 30 because I thought it was a 30 zone, and yeah, and I saw the flash, and I was like, shit. Come here. Stop squirming. We got a random Naboo that has shown up. Hello. Father, I don't want to be on camera. Please don't show me. What's wrong, huh? What? You can bite my my arm while I'm streaming, but you can't sit still and not squirm. Hmm? Hmm? Father, let me go. I must go play with catnip toys and bite your arm when you're unsuspecting. He's in this weird state right now where he doesn't like to be held. I don't know what it is. He used to love being held when he was younger. Stop trying to bite. Oh shit, I forgot to read that message. I was on the back of a bike going over 100, and that scared the poop out of me. Honestly, I thought that was it and I was gonna die. Well, yeah, like whose bike were you on going 100? Jesus. Like yeah, the Ninja for instance, like one of the Ninja like models, they'll definitely go over 100. Um but not 125. Mine can go the top speed is 69 miles an hour. That's the fastest it will go. But he was very reckless. Sounds like he was, especially with someone on Bylon. Um, but you don't it doesn't have to be a scary experience. Like going, I was going like 65 when like on one of the roads that we were on with with my bike mates, and it was fine. Like it wasn't scary. It was fine. Like yeah, I could feel like I was going fast, but it wasn't like things were being blurred. You know that happens in a car as well. Like things being blurred out because you're going so fast. Like I've been the fastest I've gone in a car is 140. Um, and I was on the interstate in the states with my mom. My mom had a used to have a BMW Z3, and she wanted me to like get something done for her, and I was on the interstate, and I was like, let's see what this thing could do, and I just like gunned it. Yeah, exactly. Anything less than that than 100, like I mean, probably it's more like anything like around 70 to 80, and you're fine. But really, like you know, speed limit's 70, but most people on like the big N roads, like M25 for instance, they're probably going to be going about 75, 80, to be honest. And then that's a stone's throw from 100 really on a bike. Like, it's a small gap between there. Um so yeah, like I think people say like when I got my bike, when I told my parents I was getting one, they were like, "Oh my god, be careful." And I'm like, "It'll be fine. It's fine. Like, don't worry about it. You just got to drive carefully. Don't drive like an idiot, like and you'll be fine." Don't drive like I did on Saturday last week. To be fair, I wasn't going that fast. I was only going about 30 around the turn. I probably should have been going about 20 instead. But yeah, I think as long as you're careful and as long as you're super aware of your surroundings and of other people, and you get a bike that you know you can control, then you'll be fine. And I honestly think for you, a smaller bike is going to be the best. You can always upgrade later, like, kind of step up, and sort of, okay, trade this one in for, a slightly bigger bike and see how that is. And then, once you're more comfortable with that, again, step up. Bottom line is you probably should feel the weight of whatever you are wanting to get in the end. So yeah, like the bike that I have right now, I'm not gonna like keep for all time. Like at some point I want to get a bigger bike. But I'm not gonna do that until I'm comfortable with the road and I'm comfortable like actually riding on two wheels. And everybody's different, It might take me 2 years, it might take, someone else like a lot less time. You just gotta feel it. What one do I have now? So I have a. Let me see if I can give you a link here. Now I do want to get. I wish I would have gotten. Um, I wish I would have gotten the series that just came out. Um, but um, so this is the model that I have. But there's a new model that actually just came out, like last year, I think, or the start of 2021, I think. And it's black and gold. It looks so badass. Like someone would actually had it that I went out with. The mates, that I knew went out, and it looks so much more sexy than mine does. Like I thought mine looked pretty awesome, but this one just looks so much better. Basically, it's the same model. It's like Lexmoto SY2125 dash Euro 5. So if you look on the website, on the Lexmoto website, and go to the 125s, there's a Euro 5 of the same model, and that one looks so much better. Because it comes in black and gold, and it's sexy. Like if I could trade my 125 in for that model, like right now, I'd definitely do it. I don't know. Who knows? I might do that if I can. Who knows? Because I don't actually have that many miles on it. It is pretty. Both of them are pretty, but I think the black and gold one is better. I wonder how do I get in here? Because that's barred. It must be over here this way. Hey, come here, you little sprat. Oh crap, sorry. Forgot to change it back from when Naboo was here. Thank you for that. Got him. Right control. heard the controller. Can you hear the game now? Oh, it's because I was on intermission and they don't have the game capture on the I don't have the game capture audio on the intermission. Derp.
Easy.
Easy peasy. Let's see what we got here. Well, thank you for telling me, because I honestly would have kept playing. Let's see. Earlier I had to actually pause my stream as well because I didn't realize how full my hard drive was that I record to, and an error box just came up on my Streamlabs saying something to do like recording has shut down. There's been an error, and I was like, crap! I forgot to check my hard drive, so I had to go and like wipe a bunch of videos off of it, and I'm fine now. I have 100 gigs now, but basically I had to take off my finished copies and delete the raw copies that I had in order to make some room. So I had to stop recording, stop my stream for a couple of minutes, do all that, and then get it back up. How are you feeling lately, Muffins? Are you you feeling up to streaming again soon? Yeah, it did tell me at least. Yeah. I mean, it really didn't tell me that that was the problem, but it was more like, there's been an error with your recording. It stopped. And I was like, I know exactly what that is, because it's happened to me before. I think it happened to me the first time I streamed Subnautica, actually. What else should I get rid of? Rid of that. And we can get rid of one of these. Oh man, you get +5 determination. That's pretty awesome. Oh, sorry. Pain-wise, I've had things under control, but since I've had COVID on New Year's. Oh, you had COVID on New Year's? I didn't realize that. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's tripled my fatigue, and that's why I'm struggling. No matter how much I sleep, how sleep I get, but when I get up, I am barely getting through the day, so I have no energy to stream. Oh, that really sucks. Have you had like any sort of like video phone calls with your with your doctors or anything to, tell them that this is like going on still. Like the fatigue is just like not going away. I mean, I'm sure you have, but I'm just wondering what if they've said anything. Let's break that down. And let's break that one down. And that one. Man, these actually like add consumable. Right, okay. Do you know actually, this is probably not what you have, but probably about like 6 or 7 years ago. Is it longer than that? No, it's probably like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. I got really sick with like a virus or something. I don't know what it was. It was flu or something. I don't know what it was. Maybe just like a bad upper respiratory infection or something. And I was sick for like 2 or 3 weeks or something. And then I was fine for like a couple of weeks. And then I just started like being really tired all the time. Like kind of like how you are, like just can't, like I would get like 12 hours sleep, get up, still feel exhausted, go to work, feel like I'm gonna fall asleep at the wheel because at the time I was like doing deliveries for Papa John's, and just felt like I could not like function, because I was just so tired. And it's actually really funny. I went to because I had like chiropractor appointments that I was going to, and I told him about it, and I said something's not right. Like, you know, I and I was also getting dizzy as well. I was like, something's not right, man. Like, he was like, well, like I can adjust you, and it might help a little bit, like in your neck. It might help you like not be so dizzy, but I'm actually gonna write you a referral to ENT, because it could be something else, like in your inner ear that's happening. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. So I went to the appointment, and they did like a full workup on my head, and they found out that I had Bell's palsy, which is basically it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a form of cerebral palsy, but it's like a virus that infects you after you've had a really bad like illness, like flu or something like that, because your immune system is so low. And basically, what it does is targets your nervous system, and it also makes you really fatigued. And actually, my left side, the left side of my face, actually went like numb, and it started to actually like my face started to like sag, like it attacks like the nervous system in your face muscles, and that's actually what I had. So if at any point, Muffins, that you start your eyes start to tear up, um, you start to like slur, but like you don't really know why, go to an ENT doctor and ask them about it. Yeah, it was really bad. It sucked. Like after I started going on antibiotics, my fatigue levels started to like drop off, and I started to be okay. But like you basically just have to deal with the paralysis of your face. Like, you just have to deal with it until it goes away. And that lasted for about 3 or 4 weeks, I can't remember. Where, like, just constantly my eyes would be watering. You know, I'd have to make sure that I wasn't drooling. You know, like, it was bad. But oh yeah, Bell's palsy is fully treatable. It's just a virus. That's all it is. It's a virus that invades your body after you've been really ill. So like, you had COVID, which is a virus as well. Your immune system probably tanked off, and that's why I'm saying, if you're feeling really tired, like, you know, that might not be a side effect. It could be that you're actually, because your immune system was so, like, attacked during COVID, you might have this as well, because Bell's palsy is a virus that attacks you after you've been really ill, because your immune system has been compromised so badly. So if you have any of those types of symptoms, get yourself to a doctor and say, hey, look, just throwing this out there, but can we do a check for this? You know, because it could happen, you know. I wish there was a thing to say, this is how much stuff you're holding and the consumables. Oh no! This isn't like an illness, like a disease. It's like, it would just be like having another virus that all you need is some antibiotics for. It's not so severe that it's never gonna leave you. But you know, if you do have something else, it's best to try and, you know, get ahead of it. You know, it's very much treatable. Like, I think I was sick with Bell's palsy for a total of like 5 weeks or something, just because I didn't really know what was happening until someone brought me onto it, saying it could be actually this as well. You know, what? No. If you don't want to come up here, then don't try and mess with my arm. Cheeky. He's being cheeky. Being cheeky is... Sorry, that was a bad British accent. What else can I put? It says I can add a consumable. How do I add... oh, I bet you it's... yeah, that's it. Okay, you equip it. So what do I have that's like really... So there's the adrenotime. But where... Why is there 32 here, and then maybe you can only stack 32 at a time? Yeah, I mean, if you already have immune problems, it could be something to look out for. So, best to just look up the symptoms. Like, I know they say, don't look at symptoms of things like, you could spend ages, looking at symptoms for things that you don't have, but specifically look at the symptoms for Bell's palsy and see if you actually have any of those symptoms other than the fatigue, because we already know you're fatigued, and see what happens. Cheeky cat, never. Yeah, he's gone off now. I don't know where he is. He has this thing. Did at any point with Bluebell and I can't remember the other one's name, but your other cat as well, at any point did they do things where they would meow at you. You'd go into the kitchen and they would have food, but they still wanted more food. And then they would only eat when you were in the kitchen as well. Because, like, I have this thing where, like, he meows at me like he wants something, and then I go in the kitchen to get a drink or something, and that's the only time he eats, is when I go into the kitchen with him. Ooh, let's put these on there. Oh, wait, no. That really doesn't do much. Companion ability cooldown, 50%. That's 15 seconds. I don't really want that. I want something... What's this? Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Let's put that on there. Is it a recent thing? No, he's always done that. Well, I don't think he did that with like a few months ago. It was kind of like a few months ago when I switched him to a different food. But yeah, he just, like, for some reason, I mean, I think he does eat when I'm not there, but the majority of the time when he eats, he eats when I'm, like, making breakfast or something. I'll put a little bit more food into his bowl, and he's like, oh, thank you for the more food, even though I had, like, I don't know, like a quarter of a bowl left. And then he'll eat while I'm, like, you know, making my coffee, fixing my cereal, and, like, getting breakfast and everything. And then once I leave the kitchen, he stays in there and eats a little bit longer, you know, for a few more minutes, and then after that he's back in my room with me. He's a bit silly sometimes. I don't know why he does things like that. Sorry, we're playing games, aren't we? Not just chatting. I have a feeling that suit is, yeah, it's... Hey, Muffins, check this suit out. Aw, yeah. Like that pastel blue and pink, baby. My girl looks good in it, though, doesn't she? She looks pretty hot in it. Yeah, combat mode. Actually, I think I have a, oh no, I got rid of it. I had a blue helmet that would have matched, I think. Yeah, maybe. I guess that might be what it is. He often gets scared of a lot of things in the kitchen, though. I'll be like, he hates when I change the garbage can. Like when I change the bag out in the garbage, he like books it. It's kind of funny because like he'll be meowing at me or something, and I'm like, I wouldn't say skittish. No, he wasn't a rescue. He just doesn't like the sound of the garbage bag when I, like, you know, when you, like, you know, do like this to get the garbage bag open. He's like out of there. He's like, ah, I don't like that. He just like books it. Wait, so where is? Oh, it's still in here. Oh, it's on the second floor. How do I get to the second floor? She's like, I'm watching you. I don't want you attacking anybody in this house. I'm watching you. Man, I wish I had a frickin' dishwasher. I've been thinking about getting a like a countertop dishwasher. So you know, little like dishwashers you can put on the countertop. Cats are funny. Yeah, they are. Hilarious. Oh, he loves this cat hammock though. So I put a cat hammock. It has like the suction things, and you put it on the windows. He loves it. My. Oh, did you get like the one that's on the countertop? Did you get the one that like pipes into the plumbing, or that has like its own reservoir? Like a water reservoir that you put water into. Raptidon. Those things are fierce. What? What, little one? Come here. You just have it going into a bucket. Oh, fair enough. Well, you can get the ones that have the... So, there's two different ones that you can get. There's ones that you can pipe the water that it takes to actually, you know, do the dishwasher. There's a pipe that goes into your main water line for your sink, your kitchen sink. Or there's ones that have reservoir, like water reservoirs, where you put water into it, like you put like a couple of liters of water into it, and then there's an exhaust hose that you just put into the sink, you know, and the sink just, you just drain it through the sink. Or are you talking? Let's find out with Santa Flow. Is that like a water softener, Santa Flow? Oh, right. Yeah. So you do have the one where you fill it up. Yeah. So you fill up the water reservoir, and then yeah, there's an exhaust hose, and then you put it into a bucket because it's too far away. So it's like, yeah, I got it now. Yeah. Like I'm really thinking about like buying one because I think there's a few on Amazon. Let me know which one you have, and I'll check it out. Actually, send me the link in Discord if you don't mind. If you have it, I don't know where you got it from, but because I really do want to get one. What little one? You gonna come bite me again? Huh? He's on my little poof right next to my chair. Yeah, so my my roommate, he goes and like smokes in the morning. Like he'll go out for his morning smoke or whatever. And he says that Naboo is always like on his when it's sunny, he's always on his little hammock, and he calls him a sun slut because he's just like the sun comes in on that side of the house. And he's like, he's such a little sun slut. He's just like drinking up the sun. I'm just like, okay, that's a new word for it. Or he's just a cat, you know. Oh, right, okay. I got you. It's a good dishwasher. Well, yeah, like I said, let me know what what dishwasher you got, and because I'd like to know, like, if it's, you know, obviously you think it's a good one, so um, let me know which one it is. Because I would very much appreciate that. I love this music. I love it so much. The music in Edgewater is so good. And it's so simple as well. Yeah, that's the problem that I'm gonna have, because I have like actual like dinner plates or whatever, and I think I measured them. Oh wait, it's down there. Go back down. It's fine. Whatever one would work fine, I think. Hey, get from there. Oh yeah, I have to do some enforcing here. Someone wants me to get people to pay their grave fees. Right, so we got one Ludwig Miller. I think we're gonna do this quest and then we're gonna call it. Hopefully. So, actually, there's a guy up here. Where's he at? Phyllis. Phyllis, you haven't been paying your grave fees. What's going on? No, well, no, you don't have to pay theirs, but you have to like go get the people who haven't paid their grave fees for like their relatives that like died or whatever, and you have to basically like, where's my money, man? Where's my money?
You the new worker?
No.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Busy paying grave fees.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Basically.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Oh.
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Ooh. Speaking bad about Spacer's Choice, not a good thing to say. That's an awful thing to say.
Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime.
Wow.
The legal
savage.
term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Wow. You can't be serious. What are they gonna do? Arrest his corpse?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
This universe, man.
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Okay. This universe is like capitalistic society is fucked up. Alright, he's outside. I don't want to go there yet.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing with myself.
Nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier.
Really? Because it sounds like you're not.
Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you?
No.
Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Oh, no worries, man. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you like my streams, though. That means you'll come back, right? No, but take it easy, man. You better. You better. You want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
You've got the plague. Get away from me, you leper.
And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. I don't need to give him another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man. Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
I might already have it.
You been there already? And you ain't been ground down into marauder meat? Let's see it. Don't keep us waiting. Sweet life-giving nostrum. The first hit's always the best. Scratched together all the bits I had around the domicile. It ain't as much as you deserve, but it's all I got.
Right.
You're wringing the blood out of me. Here.
Nice.
You can have whatever's in my pockets. Nothing like a good hit of anthracillin. Feels like warm, liquid sunlight running through your veins.
Yeah, alright, junkie. Jesus.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. I put a few bits aside for my grave. Not that I'll be seeing the inside of it anytime soon. What with being on the mend. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Oh, you got it for free for Xbox. It was on. I think it came out on Game Pass. So if you had Game Pass, then it was already sort of, well, not free, but you know what I mean. But I played it ages ago. It's a really fun game. It's like space Fallout. Like, I mean, to be fair, it's Wait, hold on. Where's the other one at? Why did it? I don't know why it switched to that. To be fair, the people who made Fallout New Vegas is the people who made this game. So Obsidian made this game.
But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Yeah, right.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
It's godliness, but okay. It randomly downloaded along with something else, and I couldn't figure out what it was. There wasn't much info about it at the time, and it was a pre-download. That's really weird. Intimidate. I could show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair
Fallout
fails to meet
76.
Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Fallout 76 wasn't done by... That was done by Bethesda, though. This is Obsidian. Obsidian made Outer Worlds. And they made Fallout New Vegas. Contrary to popular belief, Bethesda didn't make Fallout New Vegas. It was Obsidian. Which is why I think a lot of people really liked Fallout New Vegas, actually.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Okay. Receptionist shot himself. This is bad. Company's gonna have to call. cause destruction of space or choice property. Eugene was an asset. And somebody has to pay his body price. Pay his body price. Just dig around and press them out.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
And he's got a lot of stuff in here I want. I'll be back, Conrad, to steal your crap. Ludwig. Such a weird name. Right, where is... He's over here. Oh, hey. It's up here. Stuff to steal, that's what. Gimme. Gimme. Gimme.
Clever. I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love the wind here.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You
Nah.
ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
No.
The war! The coming apocalypse! Man versus machine!
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Hmm?
Just my luck. I asked for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk.
Hey, watch
All
out.
right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance? I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
Sure. With mechanical repellent. Let's see what that does.
Mechanical repellent! A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple bits for just such a project. I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's Chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Nice. What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. You did? Well, color me impressed, soldier. Wish I had a dozen recruits with your gumption. You're a passing fair soldier, I will confess. But you are one, and the enemy is legion. What you need is an equalizer, a weapon to strike fear in their cold mechanical
Give me the
hearts.
weapon.
Cantina, lavatory, behind one of the toilets. That's where I've kept it hidden all these years. Sharp, ain't it? The lavatory is the very last place a mechanical has need to enter. On the double, soldier. Don't want the bartender poking around in there with a mop.
Okay, dude's crazy. Alright, now that task is done, we gotta go get our payment and experience from Silas, and then we're gonna end our stream. Because my back hurts and I want to lay down. Ooh, hello. Man, I got so much ammo now.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Yeah?
Yeah, I've already done all of that. Right. Oh, I can actually turn in a different task as well. Let's just do that real quick, and then... Oh, those things are horrible to fight. I hate those things.
Another day at the
Go
cannery.
to the cathedral.
Any progress on that matter we discussed? Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French.
Hey, whoa.
It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! I was so high and mighty, preaching to the yokels about following the plan, while fighting it at every turn. Well, yes. But I assure you, it was not for personal gain, only for the greater good. I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held some of those answers. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn thing. All the time and suffering I've spent. Wasted.
Get it translated. Yeah, he's a vicar, but they believe in a different type of religion called the Plan, and I can't remember what it is, but he's like, this book is like, it's technically like contraband, because it's like from old world teachings or whatever, and it's probably closer to like, you know, more philosophical like religion that we have now. And he was saying that he wanted me to find it so that other people wouldn't read it and misinterpret it and like, you know, starts telling other people about it and, you know, like letting it circulate. So he wanted me to find it, but apparently he wanted it for a different reason.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. The story of my life. Most lay people are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bakonu journal. But that's neither here nor there.
What I need to do now is to find a translator, obviously. But to do that, I'll first need to secure transport.
Hey.
You have a ship. Perhaps I could make myself of use to your crew. Certainly. I already gave you most of my money, but I can offer you free spiritual counseling, and I'd be happy to watch your back. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt instrument, really. I'm also a passable gun hand, if it comes to that. I can usually talk my way out of conflict, though. Oh, I'm fairly competent at hacking computers as well. Well, understanding computers is, though I admit I took it further than most. And I was quite the 32nd back during my penitentiary term. Left many an opponent bleeding in the prison yard.
Jeez. It's very vicarly right now.
Of course. I'm a vicar who is dedicated to his calling. More dedicated than any other you'll find in this colony. I joined the OSI to help decipher the grand plan. But instead, I ended up the vicar in a prison due to ignorance and politics. Then I came here. Satisfied?
Not really, but okay.
Fantastic. Let me get my things in order and I'll catch up with you.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk here always had good things to say about their vicar.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. I'll be glad for the change of scenery, and to leave this place behind. I shall see you on the ship, Captain, whenever you're ready to leave Emerald Vale.
Love Right. Save here. And we're gonna cut the stream, I think. Oh, we got another person in here. Who else we got in here? Not sure who, but it's fine. Well, I'm sorry you joined when I'm about to end, but yeah, I've been streaming for two hours 45 minutes already, so I'm probably going to head off now. But I still need to. I still haven't gotten my videos uploaded just because I haven't. Saturday and crashing and all that stuff really took it out of me this week. So I'm planning on uploading some more VODs soon. Got to get the ones for Subnautica up there, and then the last couple that I started on this game. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, you're more than welcome to. It's in the bio, as well as my YouTube links. And yeah, we'll probably see you again Friday. I'll be streaming, probably about 9:30 to whenever, probably just because it's Friday. So, but yeah, we're gonna cut it there. So I hope everybody enjoyed it, and remember to stay safe. Make sure you take care of yourself, and yeah, I just want to say thanks for joining me, and love you guys, and yeah, we'll see you soon. So until next time, see you later.